Atheists assemble!
Atheists assemble. We're an atheist fusion.
Welcome.
Blazing rationality.
Atheists, agnostics, skeptics, free thinkers, whatever you like to call yourself, you are welcome here. At Seattle Atheist Church, we call ourselves an atheist church because you will never hear anything supernatural talked about from the podium. Today's talk is called, I think, Chill Out. Does anyone here ever think to themselves, I really need to chill out? If you think about the behaviors that you've learned to alleviate stress and to create balance in your life, all of the positive behaviors, those are like tools in your toolbox. And most of us probably also have some less than healthy or less than optimal ways that we combat stress as well. When we're under stress, it's easy for us to choose the healthier ways if those things are already part of our ongoing self-care plan. If we are used to taking a hike in the woods, we do it every once in a while, it's been a really hard week, then going for a hike in the woods will be a natural choice for us. Someone else might just binge watch television. And that's an okay thing to do, especially if the show is really good. But if you find yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning binge watching TV with a bag of salty snacks on your lap, you might want to ask yourself if this is the healthiest choice. So this morning we're going to talk about building our self-care plan, and a little bit later we'll have a breathing and visualization exercise, since how can you have a talk about chilling out without doing a little breathing and visualization exercise. So first, what's causing all this stress in people's lives? 3 out of 4 adults report being stressed out about money at least some of the time. So that is a crazy percentage. And it lets you know that if money is one of the things that worry you, you are definitely not alone in that. Other common stressors include having too much work, unclear expectations at work, job insecurity, and also having to give presentations at work. And those stresses are followed by the big ones such as marriage, death, divorce, moving, illness, and having to take care of older family members. I think that we should also add to our list of stressors the really little irksome stressors, the ones that when we're in a good mood, we overlook, but when we're kind of already feeling stressed, start to feel like a bigger deal. Now this list is just my list, so see if any of these feel familiar to you. Having a lot of emails to handle, getting stuck in traffic, there's no food in the fridge, just because you haven't had a chance to shop, you have a pile of laundry or 2, diapers to change, high expectations around holiday times, or a big oozy zit on your face. Now here is the doom, da doom, doom, doom. A study at Oregon State University found that people who reported they had a lot of stressors, that a whole lot of stress had the same impact on your mortality rate as if you had devastating life events. So we really need to get on top of managing that little stuff and be able to help ourselves feel good about it, because the little things can become big things. So chronic stress can drag you through the mud with nervous tension, upset digestion, for females, a skipped period, difficulty sleeping, low energy, impatience, irritability, diminished sex drive, susceptibility to colds, worry, racing thoughts, trouble making decisions, difficulty focus, and changes to your appetite. And that's just for your basic stressed out, okay? But chronic stress that continues unchecked can lead to burnout, depression, anxiety, and even physical illness. But the good news is that we can offset some of the effects of stress by practicing self-care. And that's what this talk is about. So this talk is part cautionary tale and it's part pep talk on the importance of taking care of you. If the tips I'm about to give feel too much to you, you think you might be depressed, please seek help from a mental health practitioner, because this is a basic talk about basic stress. Now, most of us do a pretty good job of taking care of ourselves, but when the pressure is on, it can become easy to get distracted and start putting everything else first and putting ourselves at the bottom of the list. What does it mean to take care of ourselves? It means that we value our own lives as much as everything else. And sometimes we make sacrifices that we've decided to make, but our entire lives can't be about just sacrificing ourselves. We also have the responsibility to put ourselves on the list of things that deserve to be taken care of. So let's do a little breathing exercise. So I'm going to talk a little, I won't talk through the whole thing, but we're going to do a little breathing and guided visualization. Try to get comfortable as possible in your chairs. Find this place where your feet make contact with the floor. Find your sit bones. And take a long, slow breath in through your nose, maybe to the count of 3. Holding just an extra beat at the end before exhaling slowly through your mouth. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and release. 1, 2, 3. Take a few breaths like that. Feel your lower belly soften as you expand and inhale. You may notice that there are a lot of sounds in the room. Don't try to shut them out. It's okay to notice the sounds. Listen to them. Distracting thoughts come up, send them on their way. Keep focusing on your breath. Some of you may find yourself talking to yourself, saying something like breathing in, breathing out, and that's okay. Now I'd like you to call to mind someone that you adore. It can be anyone whose company you enjoy. It can be a person or an animal friend. Just feel the love you have for this being. You want him or her to experience well-being. You want him or her to be happy. Imagine yourself telling him or her, I love you. You are safe with me. Now I'd like you to bring yourself into the picture, as if you were a third party. Offer yourself a gift of unconditional acceptance. I love you. You are safe with me. Imagine these images floating away as you notice yourself once again just sitting in your chair. Bring a soft smile to your face. and open your eyes. So you can open your eyes if you feel ready to come back from that. Now, one of the ways, the most powerful ways that we can just chill out is to breathe. Focus on our breath. Additionally, we can call to mind the people who we love. And importantly, we remember that we get to love ourselves too. We get to accept ourselves. We get to take care of ourselves. The psychologist Kelly McGonigal, who has a book coming out called The Upside of Stress, has a TED Talk. And in her talk, she says that when you're stressed out, your brain releases oxytocin. That's sort of surprising. But oxytocin does a couple of things. And the first thing it does is it's an anti-inflammatory, which keeps your blood vessels functioning normally, and it can heal stress-induced cardiovascular damage. There's your body taking care of itself. Thank you. But oxytocin also drives us, as we here at Seattle Atheist Church know, to seek social support. And I thought that was really interesting, that 3.8 billion years of evolutionary success is telling you reaching out to other people keeps you alive. It's important to make social connections. Maybe someone else can share some insight on how to deal with a situation that's causing you stress. Maybe they can comfort you or help you laugh. It's important to know that you don't need to go through it alone. Here are some other healthy ways to deal with stress. First, we can practice gratitude. Every day, stop and think about at least 3 things that you are grateful for. Anything that you're grateful for that day. If possible, you can look on the bright side of the things that are causing you stress. Ask yourself, is there anything to be happy about in a particular situation? Third, you can distract your mind. Occasionally take a break from the stressor. If your stressor is traffic, try to listen to some books on tape. If it's the news that's getting you down, turn the news off and take a media break. If your problem is a relationship problem or a work problem, you might turn your phone off for a short period of time. I know that's really scary for some people. Turn the phone off just during dinner, or turn it off at 9 p.m. But specifically time box, this is my relaxation time. Similarly, some people time box their worries. They say, I will definitely worry between 3 and 6 p.m. And they set a reminder and they remember to worry because, you know, worrying, a lot of people feel that that's going to help you think it through. But then try not to worry during other times. Say to yourself, the hour I'm watching television, I'm just going to put those worries out of my mind. Talk to yourself like you're talking to a friend. When you're thinking about stressful things, work from a positive and resourceful position. Tell yourself things like, I got this. How would you want a friend to talk to you? Probably you want them to be honest, but you also want them to be warm, to be kind, to be encouraging. And that's the self-talk that we want to give ourselves as well. So specifically, we know that a lot of people worry about money. So it can be helpful to make a budget and to start building up a savings cushion. And of course, to find ways to increase your income. If your worries are bigger than that, maybe, educate yourself about money, all of that. So make a plan for whatever it is that's bothering you. And my final suggestion is to take care of yourself the way you would take care of a small child. Eat well, nutritious food. Have something easy snacks like hard-boiled eggs and carrot sticks, or apples and peanut butter. Get some fresh air and sunshine every day. Some outdoor activity. Make a play date and keep it. Have an adventure. Have a bath. Brush and floss and wear awesome pajamas. Go to bed early. And see how nice just that feels. You can do that even on a work day. But you don't need to worry about the fact that you're putting yourself on your list, because taking care of yourself won't make you forget to take care of everyone else. In fact, it will just make you happier and it will keep you alive. Now I'm going to close with two different things. My usual closing, and then I'll give some instructions for an activity I'd like to try with the cameras off. So to close, my usual closing, atheists believe in good because good works in non-mysterious ways. And what I'd like for us to do is an activity that was actually suggested by Jack. He suggested it a couple times. So it's called Joys and Sorrows. And I thought that we could maybe form into smaller circles, like 2 or 3 circles, and just share what's working in life right now, something that's a joy, and something that's difficult right now, or something that falls into the sorrow category. And if you have time, add what you're doing, at least 1 or 2 items on your self-care plan to help yourself deal with the fact that we all have stresses. So we'll give ourselves at least 10 minutes or so to do this, and then we'll see if we have time for regular circles. Thank you.